Hello everyone, welcome back to our Python programming course. I hope all of you are doing great and practicing all the programs from your previous lectures. First of all, before starting today's class, let us spend 2 or 3 minutes revising what we learned in our previous lectures. Because every new topic in Python is connected with the previous one. So in the lecture number 4, we learn one of the most important topic in Python, which was operators and expressions. First, we understood arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, modulus, float division, and exponent. After that, we learn comparison operator, where we compare two values using operators like less than or equal to, and etc. Then we learn logical operators like and or not, which helped we has combined multiple conditions. So and finally we got a basic introduction to bitwise operators. So guys, if you understand operators well, then today's topic will become very easy, because today we are going to use those operators to make decision in Python. So guys, are you exciting for today's class? Great. So let us start today's class. The today's topic is conditional statements. So first of all, what is conditional statement? So let me ask you a simple question. Suppose it's raining outside. Will you take an umbrella? Most probably yes. But if it is not raining, will you still carry an umbrella? Probably no. Now think carefully. You made a decision based on a condition. The condition was it is raining. If the answer is yes, you take the umbrella. If the answer is no, you don't. Computer also make decision in exactly the same way. A computer cannot think like a human, but it can check conditions and make decisions based on whether the condition is true or false. So this process is called as the decision making. And in Python, we use conditional statements to perform decision making. So don't try to memorize a long definition. Just simple definition, that is a conditional statement helps Python make decisions based on a condition. That's all. So where do we use conditional statements? Many beginners ask this question. So that's a good question. Let's see some examples. Imagine you are creating a login page. If the username and password are correct, the user can log in. Otherwise, the login fails. Or imagine you are creating an ATM application. If the account balance is sufficient, money will be withdrawn. Otherwise, Python displays insufficient balance. Or think about an online shopping app. If the total order amount is greater than 500, free delivery is available. Otherwise, delivery charges also added. So, conditional statements are used almost everywhere in banking apps, websites, games, mobile apps, and many more real world applications. So, let us discuss the conditional statements. So, there are four main conditional statements in Python. We'll learn them one by one in this lecture. Okay. There are four, that is if else, if else, nested if. Today we'll begin with the simplest one, the if statement. So let us open the VS Code. So let us open the VS Code. So okay guys, enough theory. So programming is learned by writing code, not just by listening. So let us open VS Code together. Okay. So let's our first conditional statement. Our first type this code exactly as I am typing. Okay. Is equal to 20. If A is greater than equal to 18. Print you are eligible to vote. Okay guys, don't run the program yet. Let us understand it line by line. So is it here A is equal to 20? We create a variable called A's and store the value, that is 20. Now look at the next line carefully. If A is greater than or equal to 8. So this is called as an if statement. Now Python takes a condition. The condition is if A is greater than or equal to 80. Remember from your previous lecture, the operator greater than or equal to is a comparison operator. It compares two values and return either true or false. Here 20 is greater than 18. So the condition becomes true. So whenever the condition is true, Python executes the code inside the if block. So now look at the next line. Print you are eligible to vote. Because the condition is true, Python prints you are eligible to vote. So you should see the message on your screen. So let us change the value now. Now run this program. So you are eligible to vote. So now let us change the value. It's perform a small experiment. Change the value A is 20 to 15. So before running the program, let me ask you a question. What do you think will happen? Will Python print the message? Think for a few seconds. The answer is no. Why? Because the condition 15 greater than equal to is false. Whenever the condition is false, Python simply skips the code inside the if block. Let us run the program. So now let us get this program and run the program. Can you see that nothing is printed from here? This is exactly how if statement works. It executes the code only when the condition is true. So, understanding the indentation. Before ending today's, I want to explain one of very important concept. So, look at this line. Did you notice that it starts a small space before print? This space is called as a indentation. In Python, indentation is very important. It tells Python which statements belongs to if block. If you remove this indentation, Python will give an error or the program will not be work as expected. So always remember, after writing an if statement, press enter and then press the tab key once before writing the next line. Okay, so let us small activity for that. Now let us pause the video for 5 minutes. Create a variable called marks and store the value 75 and write an if statement to check whether the marks are greater than or equal to 40. If condition is true, print you have passed. After writing the program, change the marks to 30 and run it again. Observe what will happen. So these small activities will help you understand today's topic much better. Okay. So now we are going to solve more if statement programs. So these examples will help you understand where we use if statement in real lives. So the example now now we can solve examples. Example number one. Check whether number is positive. Okay. Num is equal to int input enter a positive. If num 0 sorry and print the number is positive. Okay. So guys, in the program the user enters a number. Okay. If the entered number is greater than 0, Python prints the number is positive. If the condition is false, nothing is printed because we have only used the if statement. Now let us run. That is enter a number. So 5. So the output will be the nets. Output will be the number is positive. So now try entering -3. Now try is -3. -3. Can you see that nothing is printed? So that is the behavior of simple if statement. So let us see the another example. Check voting eligibility. Now let's see a real life example. So is enter your age. Waiting. Print you are eligible to vote. No, yes, you can change from here. Yes. Okay. Suppose you are going to vote. Okay. Otherwise, this simple if statement doesn't print anything. Now run the program. Enter your age. So 20. So now run it. Enter. So output will be the you are eligible to vote. Now try 16. Now let us try 16. See this here. Nothing is printed. Okay. So now let us see the another example. Let's see another example. And input if marks greater than equal to 35. Print congratulations. Congratulations. You passed the exam. Okay. So here we are checking exam marks. If the student get 35 or more, the message is displayed. Okay. Otherwise, there is no output displayed. 35. Congratulations, you passed the exam. See, 35. Otherwise, then there is no input because we are still using only the if statement. Okay. Now let us take the another example. Salary equal to int input enter your salary. If salary greater than equal to 50,000, print you are eligible for a premium credit card. Okay. So let's see the check salary example. So so many banks use check conditions like this. Okay, if you if your salary meets the requirement, you become eligible. This is the another practice use of the if. Okay, so I am giving the student practice. Now it's your turn. Pause this video and try writing a program that taking a student attendance percentage. Okay, if the attendance is 75 above, then print you can write the exam. Try it yourself first. Now let's write it together. So let us try with yourself. Okay, now let's try with me also. Attendance in input. Okay. Okay. So if attendance greater than is equal to 75, no, we forgot this semicolon. If attendance greater equal to 75, print you can write the exam. Okay. So this is the answer. Enter your 75. You can write the exam. So now can before 75 you are not eligible to write the exam. Okay. So many commoners beginners forgot this semicolon from here. So you forgot the semicolon. This shows an error. Okay. Correct it first. Okay. So okay. So let's see the if else statement. Okay. Uh, Now think about this question. If a student marks are about 35, we print pass. But but what if the student marks are below 35? In a simple if statement, nothing happens. Sometimes that not enough. We want Python to do something when the condition is false as well. Okay, that's why Python provides the if else statement. Let's understand with real life examples. So, first of all, what is an if else statement? So, an if else statement allows Python to choose between two options. So, the first one is if the condition is true, the if block executes. If the condition is false, the else block executes. Only one of the two blocks runs. Now let us open the VS Code. Okay, try with me. So let us see a real life example. Example, so pass or fail. Now see the simple example, pass or fail. Marks equal to int input, enter your marks. Okay. If marks greater than equal to 35, print congratulations. You passed. Okay. Else, sorry, you will fail like that. Okay. So now let's understand this one carefully. So if the student get 35 or more, Python prints congratulations you have passed. Otherwise, Python automatically goes to the else block and prints. So sorry you are failed. So first of all run the program, enter your marks. Suppose 40. So it's run congratulations you pass. So now type another number. Now type another number. Suppose 32. Now type sorry. Now type 20. Sorry you failed. Okay, so how only one message is printed each time. Okay, so let us see the another example. Now let's solve another real life example. Now let's solve another example. You can change from here is enter your age. So if a is greater than 80, 18, you are eligible to vote. Okay, else you are not eligible to vote. Okay, so imagine you are going to vote. If your age is 18 or above, you can vote. Otherwise, you must wait until you become eligible. So now let's run the program. So let enter your age 18. You are eligible to vote. Now enter 15. You are not eligible to vote. Okay. Now let's see the another example, even or odd. Okay. Here you can change number. Number you can enter. Okay. Enter your number from here. Okay. Number. Okay. So now can print here even number. So now can print here even number. Now print here odd number. Okay. So now the modulus operator gives the remainder. Okay. If the remainder is 0, the number is even. Otherwise it is odd. So now let's run the program. So enter your number. Suppose 18. Even number. So now let's another number. Suppose for example 11. Odd number. Okay. So now let's take another example. Positive or negative number. Okay. Now if the number you can change from here greater than. Okay. Print positive number or negative number. Negative number. Okay. This program checks whether the number is positive or negative. Okay, if the number is 0 or greater than, it prints positive number. Otherwise, it prints negative number. Okay, now let's run the program. Enter your number 89. This is positive number. So now you can run the program first. Another enter minus 69. It gives the negative number. Okay, like that here. If else. So now let's see the another example. Login page. Okay, login page. Password is equal to int. Enter. Enter password. If password Python 123. Okay, print login successful. Else print wrong password. Okay, now let's run the program. So guys, websites are use conditions like this. Okay, if the entire password matches, login is successful. Otherwise, the system displays wrong password. Okay. So many common beginner mistakes usually make these mistakes. See, forgot from semicolon from here. Okay. So this is the examples of the if else statement. Okay. So now let us see the if else statement. Okay. Now suppose you have more than two choices. For example, a student can get grade A, B, C, D or fail. Second example, a traffic signal can be red, yellow or green. Marks and third example, marks can belongs to different ranges. Can we solve these problems using only if else? Yes, but it becomes difficulty and confusing. Python gives us a better solution called if else statement. So in this part, let's understand it step by step with practice coding. So let us discuss what is elif. Elif means else if. Okay, it checks another condition. If the previous condition is false, Python checks condition one by one. As soon as one condition becomes true, Python executes that block and ignores the remaining condition. So let's give the syntax. So let us open the VS Code. So marks type exactly as to me. Okay, input and enter your marks. So if marks greater than equal to 9, print grade A. If marks greater than equal to 75, print grade B, and else print fail. No, 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 sorry, sorry. Elif, no, sorry. Elif marks greater than equal to 60, print grade C. Now else print fail. Okay, sorry, print fail. Okay, now let's run the program. Enter the marks. Suppose the marks is 95, grade A. Now let's another number 80. that is grade B. Or next run another program, another 65, grade C. Okay, and again we run 40. Now let's see. Okay, now let's run 40. It give fail. So how Python checks condition? Let's understand, suppose marks are 80. Python checks marks are greater than equal to 19. Then it is false. Then marks greater than equal to 75. Then it's give true. Okay. Immediately Python prints grade B. It never checks the remaining conditions. So this makes the program fast. So let us take the another example, A's category. Okay. Now let's check the A's and enter your A's. I am changing from here. Okay. You can type again because it will practice you. Okay. If is 13. Okay. It will print child. Okay. Then marks 20. Then print teenager. Okay. I forgot here some quotations marks. Okay. Let age 60. Age, now this is adult. Okay. Else senior citizen. Okay. Now let's explain. Okay. So now let's run the program. Enter your age. Suppose your age is 10. It gives child. And enter, suppose another example, enter your age 15. Teenager. Okay. And enter another number 25. It give adult. And enter suppose 72. It gives senior citizen. Okay, like that it will work if else. Let's see the another example, traffic signal. Okay, then wait. Let's see the another example, traffic signal. Color is equal to input. Enter signal. Okay, enter signal color. if color is equal to red. Print stop. Elif color yellow. Okay. Print get ready. Okay. Elif color equal to green. Print okay. Else print invalid error. Okay. Okay. So now let's run the program. Enter signal color. Suppose you can type here red. Now it's give stop. Now suppose for example we can enter green. Now it's give green. It's give go. Okay, suppose for example we can write another suppose green yellow. Okay, that is get ready. Okay, like that it will work. Okay, then let us take the another example. Day number. Okay, now let's see. So now let's see the day example. Okay, suppose then run the program. Suppose we enter 5, it gives the Friday. And suppose we entered 7, it gives Sunday. Like that it will work from 1 to 7. Okay, suppose for example we can enter 9. So for example you can see 9, it gives the invalidity. Okay, then it will work like that. Okay, so let us give the quick revision. Pause this video and try these programs yourself. First, check whether marks are A, B, C, or fail. And second one, check whether temperature is cold, normal, or hot. And check whether a person is child, teenager, adult, or senior citizen. So these example I covered. Okay, try them before watching the next part. Okay, so now let's see the nested if statement. Let's understand what it means. Suppose what is nested if? Okay, guys, let me ask a simple question. Suppose you go to an ATM. First, the ATM checks if the ATM card valid. If the answer is yes, then it asks for the pin. Again, it checks is the pin correct. Okay. If the answer is yes, then only it allows you to withdraw money. So students, only condition is inside another condition. So this is called as the nested if state. A simple definition. A nested if means an if statement written inside another if state. Don't worry if these sounds are new. Okay. Let's understand writing program in the VS Code. Okay. Let's start with our first program. So let us give example ATM card and machine. Okay. Guys, imagine you are using an ATM machine. ATM first checks whether your card is valid or not. If it is valid, then it checks your PIN. Okay, now let us type the VS Code. Okay, card equal to input. Do you do you have an ATM card? Okay, ATM card. Yes or no? Okay, next. If card equal to S, okay, pin pin equal to int input and enter your PIN. Okay, pin. Okay, if pin 1 2 3 4, for example. Okay, print welcome transaction transaction successful. Okay, now let us see. Let's understand carefully. Okay, now let's see line by line. See, in the first line, the program asks whether the user has an ATM card. If the answer is yes, Python goes inside the first if block. Then it asks for the pin. Now look carefully. Inside the first if there is an another if. Okay, this is called as a nested if. If the pin 1 2 3 4, Python prints welcome transaction successful. Now let's run the program. Yes, Okay, and enter your pin 1234. Welcome, transaction successful. Okay, suppose now enter a different pin. Suppose let's run program. Yes, now let's run the another pin 895. It gives an error. Nothing is printed because second condition become false. So now let us see the another example login system. Okay, now let us see the login system page. Almost every website uses a login system. Now let's create a simple login program. User name equal to input, enter username. If username equal to admin, okay, and password equal to input, enter password. Okay, if password equal to Python 123, print login successful. Okay, now see carefully. So here if the first condition checks the username. If the username is correct, Python asks for the password. Then it checks the password. If both are correct, Python prints login successful. So now let us run the program. Username. You can enter username admin. Password Python 123. For example, it gives login successfully. Okay, like that it will work. So now let us take the another example, student scholarship. Okay, so let's have another example. Suppose a college gives scholarship. The condition, suppose first condition, suppose college put the marks for 100 marks, total marks. First condition, marks must be above 90. Second condition, attendance must be above 80%. Only then will the student receive a scholarship. Okay, now let's write the another program. Okay, marks equal to int input, enter marks. If marks equal to 90, attendance equal to int Attendance. Okay. If attendance less than equal to 80. Print scholarship approved. Okay. Now let's see carefully. Python first check the marks. If the student scores 90 or above, only then it checks attendance. If the attendance is also above 80, the scholarship is provided. So notice that one condition is inside another condition. That's why it is called as the nested if. Now let's run the program. Enter marks. Suppose marks is equal to 92. Attendance 85. Now it give the scholarship. Otherwise it will not give the scholarship. Suppose marks is equal to 80, 90, and attendance will be the 75. So it will not approve. Okay. Now let's see the another example, driving license. Okay. Now let's see another example, driving license. A is equal to int input enter your age. If A is greater than equal to 18. Okay. Test is equal to input driving test pass. Pass S or no. Okay. If test equal to S, print driving license. Okay. Now let's run the program. So first you can see first condition A should be at least 8. Second condition, the driving text should be passed. Only there will license be approved. This is exactly how many government system work. Now let's run the program. Enter your age. Suppose my age is 90. You have trial test pass S. Now your dialing license approved. Suppose your age is below 80. Your license will be the approved. Okay, not approved. Okay. So many beginners make common mistakes like here forgot the semicolon and here's forgot the quotations marks. Okay, between the S. Okay, now let's practice past this video. Now it's on your turn. Trying with these exam programs yourself. College admissions first check marks. Then check is print. Admission will be approved. Next, another example. Mobile unlock. First check password. Then check fingerprint and print phone unlock. Try these programs without copying. After completing them, continue watching the video. Okay. Now let us revision the topics, conditional statements. Okay. So by the end of this revision, okay, you will have a clear understanding of if statement, if else statement, if else statement, nested if statement. Okay, so guys, if you have ready, open the VS Code and let's begin our final revision. So now let's see the if statement. Guys, let's start with the simplest condition statement, which is the if statement. We use if statement when we want Python to execute some code. Only if condition is. Now let's write a simple example. Okay, print you are eligible to vote. Okay, now let's run the program. Enter your age. Suppose age is will be 20. You are eligible to vote, and suppose enter another number 15. You are not eligible to vote. Can you see? Nothing is printed because condition is false. So remember, an if statement works only when the condition is true. Remember, okay? So this is the if statement. Now let us see the if else statement. Now let's revise the if else statement. Unlike the simple if statement, here Python gives in both situations. So now let us type marks equal to int, enter your marks. Okay, if marks greater than equal to 35, print pass. Okay, else print fail. Okay, check my. Okay, now suppose now let's run the program. Enter your marks. Suppose marks is 8, then you will pass. Suppose I enter 30 marks, fail. Okay, so students, if the condition is true, Python executes the if block. Otherwise, Python executes the else block. Okay, now let us see the if else state. Okay, we use it whenever there are multiple conditions. Okay, marks equal to int input, enter your marks. Okay, If marks greater than equal to 90, then print grade A. Okay. If marks greater than equal to 75. Now print grade. Okay. If marks 60. Print grade C. Then else print fail. Okay. Now let's test it. No. Okay. Here forgot the semicolon. Now let's run. Enter your marks. Now my marks is suppose 95. It will give 895. Okay. Now let's run 82. It gives grade B. Suppose my marks are 70. It gives grades. Now my marks are 40. Fail. So students, Python checks one condition after another. As soon as one condition becomes true, it executes that block and ignores the remaining conditions. So now let us see the nested if statement. So finally, nested means one if statement inside another if statement. Okay. Now username. Now let's see the nested if statement. Username is equal to input, enter username. Okay. If username equal to admin, password input. Okay. Enter password. Okay. If password equal to Python. Okay. Now print login successful. Okay. Now let's so first Python checks the username. If it is correct, then Python asks for the password. Then if it is also correct, the login becomes successful. So this is called as an nested if because one if statement is written inside the other. Now let's run the program. Enter username. Username is admin. Now let's password Python 123. Now login successful. Now let's another login admin. Suppose Python is UI assembly. It gives an error. Okay, nothing will nothing will run. Okay, now let us quick comparison. Let's compare all four statements. Okay, if use when there is an only one condition. Second, if else. Use when there are two possible outcomes. Okay, next, if else. Use when there are multiple conditions. Next, second, nested if. Use when one condition depends on another condition. Okay, remember these differences because there are frequently asked in interviews and exams. Okay, now let us practice the questions. Now we'll pause this video. It's time to your turn. Now let's the program number one. Check whether a number is positive or negative. Okay. Second question. Checks whether the student passed or failed. And third question is final display grade A, B, C or fail based on marks. Okay. So common mistakes made. Make sure many beginners forgot semicolons and admin between the quotation marks, and make sure you will see the sign symbols. Okay, and make sure is equal to is used assign a value, and is equal to double is equal to is used to compare the values. So this is the one of the most common mistake beginners make. Now, so today we completed our entire conditional statement chapter. Okay, we learn if else, if else. Okay, nested if, and we also solved practical examples such as, and we also solved practical examples such as voting eligibility, pass or fail, logging systems, even or odd, and scholarship approval, ATM verification. I hope all of you are doing understand these concepts. If not, do not worry. Watch the lecture once again and practice all the programs. So remember, programming is a skill. The more you practice, the better you become. So guys, this is the end of the lecture. Thank you so much for watching this complete lecture. If you enjoyed this class, don't forget to like to share. In the next lecture, we will start a new topic. So make sure you will watch the lecture as well. Until then, keep practicing, keep coding, and keep learning. Thank you everyone. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next lecture.